Welcome to the Movie Simp Club. This is Anthony.
This is Jenny.
And this is the Movie Simp Club podcast. So pretty much all we do here, it's me and my girlfriend. We love movies. We collect movies. We watch movies constantly. And we just love talking about it. And in this episode, we're going to talk about The Conjuring 3.
The devil made me do it.
So yeah, we went to go watch The Conjuring 3 and it was epic. But by the way, before we get into it, sorry, remember, if you guys like listening to us, please give it a thumbs up, follow us, rate us, and subscribe. And you can find us on all of our handles. It's called the Movie Sim Club. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Don't use Twitter, but you can go ahead and reach out. If you guys listen to it, please DM us. It would be great. Review us and just follow along. And thanks for listening. So
yeah.
You ready, babe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, we watched the movie and we liked it. We loved it a lot. So basically, you want to read the description?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. We're going to read the description.
So, The Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. The Warrens investigate a murder that may be linked to a demonic possession. The Warrens investigate a murder that may be linked to a demonic possession. It's just the same thing 3 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
basically, the Warrens investigate a murder that may be linked to a demonic possession.
So right now, we're not going to talk about spoilers. So everybody's listening that's worried about spoilers, don't worry. We won't talk about spoilers just yet. We'll give you a heads up later on. But right now, it's just no spoilers. First, I want to talk about the movie theater atmosphere, how we watched this. Okay, so fuck children, okay?
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids. Okay, so basically, me and my girlfriend, of course, it's already on HBO Max for anybody who wants to watch it and don't want to go to the theaters. But we decided to go to the theaters, and we thought it was going to be great. Last time we watched Quiet Place Part 2, we were worried about that because we know a lot of people in the theaters don't know how to act and are very fucking loud. And but they were quiet. Everybody was loud in the beginning, but once the movie started, everybody shut the fuck up. Thank gosh. And it was good watching The Quiet Place 2. And I was like, okay, good. I'm like, okay, let's watch The Conjuring 3 because it's gonna be fun. Watching them in theaters and hearing everybody's reactions. But we ran into a problem, babe. You want to explain that kind of problem right there?
So, we refer to them as backpack kids. They're like those kids who like go to the movie theaters with backpacks. I don't know why, because it's not even school yet, but whatever. It's literally the summer. They're literally in fucking summer already. But anyways, so those backpack kids came in with their mom. There were about 5 of them. They're like
5 or 7
5 or 7 of them. I don't know. But right, so at first, like, it was cool. It's whatever. They were talking, whatever, cool. I think it was like trailers, I think, right?
Yeah.
It was like trailers in the beginning, and they were like talking, and they were like, whatever, cool. It's just trailers. Okay, cool, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, the movie is starting now. Everything's quiet. Everyone's quiet.
Except for all those motherfuckers. And they were right in front of us, too.
And
they were just, like, talking to each other constantly.
Snapchatting.
They were, like, you know how they're all separated because, different chairs. But they're all going in with each other, like, leaning on each other and, like, talking. They're not even whispering. They're talking
literally, like,
loud.
it's talking.
They're talking loud. And we're, like... We're fucking annoyed. We're like,
I
really?
shushed them like twice, and then the second time I did, stupid little boy fucking pulled out a Snapchat. Not talking shit. He was talking shit, whatever. And the mom wasn't doing shit.
I know. She was like, we couldn't even do shit. Like, say, like, oh, can you tell your kids to, like, shut the fuck up? Because she was on her phone too. Like, she's the kind of parent.
I was honestly going to fucking be like, yo, like, chill your fucking kids down before I fucking beat their ass. Like, I'll fucking kick his head. I don't give a fuck.
No, but they were like talking and like, what's so funny? Like, at least some people, like, when they have their phone out, like, if they're gonna check on something just real quick, they have the brightness all the way down. They had the brightness.
That kid had his fucking brightness all the way up.
I know, like, bruh, dude, seriously.
And
they're talking like, if you go to a theater, it's about watching the movie and shutting the fuck up. The movies theaters have been going.
And it was one specific kid. It was one specific kid, that fucking curly haired blonde dude. It was that kid, main kid, because he was like switching around seats, was like the other bitch.
Going
and, like,
through backpacks.
Like all this candy. Like, they're getting candy from their backpacks. Like, why the fuck you bring your backpacks, bro? Like, leave it home. You're not in school.
Honestly, and they just wouldn't shut the fuck up. So we're like, you know what? I'm not going to deal with this shit.
Like, the theater that we go to, it's like the farthest one from like the east side of our city or like the south side of our city. Because like in the east side and the south side, that's usually where you get the backpack kids. We're all the way in fucking another fucking city, but like the nicer part of it, you know what I mean? I don't want to say the city, but
Yeah, but
New
like
York City.
pretty much, yeah, we just didn't want to deal with that shit. I was getting pissed the fuck off, like fuck this shit. So we
I was gonna go
went.
tell the fucking movie theater people, but
No, I didn't even want to deal with that shit. So we were like, okay, fuck this shit. We just got our return. We got our money back, and we pretty much just got in and out with that and came back and we watched the movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's our little experience with the whole movie theater thing, real quick. And yeah, but let's dive in. Don't worry, no spoilers just yet. But let's dive into the movie a little bit. I really liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. I like the whole story behind it. Like
I got the whole movie wrong in the beginning.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because I thought how do I explain this? I thought it was like their beginning. You know what I mean?
No, this is going no.
I thought it was their beginning because it looked like it. Because it didn't look like her, but then it made sense. Like later, it was like, oh, she's older.
Yeah, no, but no. I
like
thought.
How the Quiet Place did it.
Oh yeah, but what I thought this whole story was gonna be around the trial. Of course, I don't really know about the whole real life situation going on. Like I don't know the whole like actual story. I just watched the movie. But as the trailer saw, I thought they're gonna like do more of like the trial and shit, like bringing out more evidence and I thought they're gonna do stuff like that instead of like investigate what's going on. Even though that kind of makes more sense now. But I thought they were gonna do like more trial stuff. I thought they're gonna be in the trial like a lot more. But yeah, I really like the whole story behind it. It's really cool seeing them investigate everything what's going on, and it didn't really scare me, to be honest. At the end, yeah, there's a couple things that might be like, oh fuck, but nothing much except for like the ending parts. And there's a couple cool things how they did the whole they did a couple scares, no spoilers yet, and I just really enjoyed that. And their acting, they did great. The kid in the trailer, there was a kid don't worry, there's a kid there's like being possessed in the movie, and he did fantastic acting. I like the kid a lot. I like everything. The acting was good, and I just like the whole story and premise around it. And yeah, that's what I'd say with my mini quick non-spoiler review. I don't know how far deep I can go without saying anything else, but that's for me. Babe, you can go ahead.
For me, the whole thing was very intense for me. Like I wasn't really same thing. I wasn't really scared. I saw this TikTok about the two actors who play Lorraine and Ed, right? And I showed Anthony. It was like a TikTok, and it was like this cute music in the background. It was like the actual woman like meeting up with them. And it was like, and the actor, the one that I showed you recently.
Yeah, but what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying that I don't saw it.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, whatever. And
there's some notes.
I can't say anything because
how do you enjoy like those little parts of it? Look.
The acting was great.
Okay, keep going. Like, okay. Let me ask you a question. So, like, did it scare you as much as the other two, like Conjuring 1 and Conjuring 2?
Oh, just the beginning.
Yeah.
The the investigation didn't really scare me. I was just more like where is she? Where is this? What's that? I don't know what that is.
Do you like the whole like investigation part of this whole entire thing? Because like it's like I know they're investigators, but this is actually like they're like playing detective in this movie. Like, did you like it from like the different things? Because like in Conjuring 1, Conjuring 2, they're usually like they're in the house, just trying to detect the one spirit or one demon or what's going on. Do you like that they're like going around the place?
I like that it was more about
like witchcraft. It was witchcraft and stuff like that. And curses.
I like that it was more, because you know how in the other two Conjurings it was more about both of them.
Yeah,
it was them combined. It was mostly more her.
Yeah, that is true, huh?
The other two were more like of them being a team, but this one's more like her,
Lorraine,
because he couldn't do much.
Yeah,
but it was more her, which I liked it because like I love her and like she's cool and stuff. And I wish I had her power, but like whatever.
No, maybe do not want to have her power. Fuck that shit. That's a scary fucking power.
But yeah, so sometimes I think I'm psychic, but whatever. And
shut the fuck up.
So yeah, so I think her acting was pretty good. Everything was pretty good. Like the beginning really scared me because I was like, oh fuck, because I don't like that. I don't like. We'll later talk about it, but I just don't like it.
Oh, okay. So, but
yeah, I
babe,
can't say much
how'd
without.
you like it? Like, is it really good? Is it great? Is it all right? Is it like?
I wish I could have seen it in theaters, but like whatever, I don't give a fuck. But like, I liked it overall. Just here at the house, because I have HBO Max for the school, but whatever. And we watched it on there, and it was a lot. It was easier, you know what I mean? Like we can be relaxed and not care about anyone else. It was just a lot better here at the house, and just my overall experience was great.
So, yeah. So that's our spoiler-free review.
Kind of. I didn't really say much, but man.
Yeah, spoiler-free review.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. You know, we're not the most movie experts. We're just regular watchers. We just watch a fuck ton of movies. But right now, we're going to go into the spoilers. So if you guys don't want to listen now,
get off.
And get off if you want. If you want to come back when you finish the movie, you can please and come back. But if you enjoyed a little spoiler-free review, DM us, anything. But, yeah, let's talk about spoilers. Okay, babe. So how'd you like the beginning? So the beginning, it came with the kid being possessed.
His name's Daniel.
Yeah, fucking. You did great acting.
Oh yeah.
But like, okay, like I don't want to go super every single part because it's gonna take forever. But like, what I really liked about the whole like beginning of the demonic thing, when he was on the fucking table. Remember when he was like doing the whole weird he was like he curled up his whole entire fucking body. Oh god. Did you like?
Yeah, I didn't. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't like that part because I don't like crawlies. I call them crawlies, like those crawling people. I hate crawling people. I hate all that because it scares me. But when he did the whole thing, I was like, whoa! It looks like he has no fucking limbs in his body, or like what you call it? Like bones in his body, and I was like, I don't like that.
It was so.
And it was just all
creepy.
the shaking and everything. And then when he got on top of Ed,
yeah,
when he was like, "Oh, I'm a
son, never hold your heart."
Yeah, no, I have your heart, old man. And then Ed Warren ended up having fucking heart problems and shit, like you. I'm just kidding. But no, he ended up having heart problems. It was really bad. It was scary. I didn't like it at all.
But yeah, and also like another thing that happened there was really cool. Was the whole like when he came out the fucking shadows and just stabbed his dad.
Oh, that was funny.
I love how like the dad didn't do shit.
He was like, "Son, come here, son, come here."
Like, ah!
Oh, it was. I didn't like that. It was like, bro, chill out,
dude. He was fucking crazy.
Because we saw it in the theaters for like maybe 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
And we were there when that happened. I was like, I flinched in my seat because I was like, what the fuck? And then we watched it again here at home, and I still flinched. Because I was like,
Yeah, but then, so how they got the demon out is because the fucking kid is like, take me, leave the little boy alone.
His name's Arnie.
I'm like, fucking stupid ass.
The sister's boyfriend.
Yeah, stupid ass.
That was so stupid. He was like, take me.
He's just a little boy. I'm like, no, if it's me, I'm good. Stay away. I will help you, but I do not want to be possessed as well.
But yeah, so, he's a kid, and all of a sudden the boy's fine. Everything's fine. Like, everything's back to normal. Kinda.
Yeah. So then later on, of course, they couldn't say anything, because the only person that saw was Ed. Ed saw that he was like, take me instead. But they couldn't say anything because after that, they went to the hospital. He was kind of unconscious because of what happened. He fell down. He went to his heart, a bunch of shit. Don't know the exact things. But yeah. But then later on, they have like the regular.
There's something about his artery, something like that.
I don't know. But then they go have their regular life back as he thinks he does. Fucking stupid ass.
We see Judy, the Ed and Lorraine, Ed's daughter. We see her now grown, which is kind of like whoa.
Yeah, but they live regular life. What are they? They have they live in a house. Like what's it called? It's like a pet hotel. What the fuck is it?
So the sister and the boyfriend Arnie. So Arnie's the guy that got possessed basically from the kid. They would live in like a pet grooming, something like that.
Yeah.
That's some pet place, like a grooming for pets, right? And they live upstairs. And their like boss is named Omar.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't want to go to so many details because we're gonna be all.
I don't remember anything.
But the thing is, one of the first little scares, the thing that he's supposed to know by that time, because the demon's still with him or whatever it is that when he's like saw the rat and saw the little rat hole, and then she came from behind. Remember?
Oh yeah, so it was like before they came somewhere. And can I talk?
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. And so they go to the house, whatever. They go back to the house because there's like some dinner or whatever. And Arnie's like getting the meat, and then he saw this rat in the cereal, follows the rat, and then there's like this black ass rat hole in the wall, which is really disgusting.
See, I don't know what the fuck he was thinking, because I would never like chase a rat down. Maybe chase a rat down, but if I see it gone, it's gone. Okay, whatever. But if it's at a hole, why'd you
He
put your whole
investigated too much.
why'd you put your whole fucking face in a hole, my dude? Like, ew. Like, I would never put my face in a whole entire rat hole. Like, once it comes and bites me, like, I'm like, oh, okay, a rat hole. I'll go patch it up, or I'll get like something. Like, don't like fucking put your whole entire face thinking like you're gonna give a little kiss to the fucking little mouse
Like
or
you're
rat.
gonna grab it.
Yeah. But then the demonio.
Yeah, I thought it was a guy. Honestly, at first I thought it was a guy. It did not look like a woman. So the witch is a girl. I thought it was a guy. It looked like a guy, a lady. So I guess she's touched her face, and then that's when she made her first mark, I'm guessing, or something like that.
Well, no, she's always...
Or just scared him or whatever.
Yeah, I guess.
And then whatever, he got scared, whatever, he went back.
Dude, what happened after that? I did not remember.
After that, I believe...
Dude, you don't remember either, huh?
I don't.
It's okay. Let's just okay. No, oh God, I don't remember shit.
I don't remember anything.
Should we pull it up or not? Nah.
Huh? No.
Okay, let's just talk about some special moments. We're gonna talk about special moments. We usually deep dive in every kind of like scene.
But I don't remember.
We normally go through the movie, but we didn't.
It's been like 2 days.
It's been like 3 days.
Oh yeah.
And okay, we'll just talk about like some cool special moments. I like the ending a lot, so I like to talk about the ending. But let me try to think. So so the way they figure it out that it was actually no, I know. Okay, I know what we could talk about big next. The fucking murder. So this is what happened. So the way he got arrested was the murder. Remember? So pretty much he didn't feel good. So he pretty much he went somewhere. I think he went to work or something, right? And then he didn't feel good, so he came back home.
Oh yeah.
He came back home. And then it was like the landlord was like, hey, come on, let's get drunk together. Come on. He's like, I don't feel good. I'm like, dude, look at this man. He's fucking like dying. Dripping he's sweat, like... pale as fuck. Don't let him drink. And he's like, come on, let's do this. And then he's like not feeling good. And then later on, he starts tripping the fuck out. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Mm-hmm.
And then
his girlfriend comes in.
Yeah. But like, blah, blah. After that, he sees him, the landlord, as the fucking demon, and I thought it was the actual demon too. Like me and you thought it was the actual demon. We didn't think like, okay, so he saw the landlord as a demon. He was like, what the fuck's going on? And like everything turned dark, and he starts like walking and running away. Then
and the girlfriend's there and she's witnessing everything. She's like, what's wrong with you? What's going on? Blah 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 blah. And then in the darkness comes the landlord, and he's all like, ugh, creepy and crawly and disgusting.
Yeah, but it's all like a dark alley, and then cause he was trying to get the pocket knife that he dropped. So he got the pocket knife, and as he's getting it, he's like fucking running towards him, like, and fucking boom, just stabbed him. I think exactly 22 times. And then as everything lights, brightens up, it was actually.
Where'd the girlfriend go? The girlfriend just.
No, it was there. It was,
no, but where'd you go after?
I don't fucking know to help him. They just cut the scene, babe.
No, I know, cause after he's walking around, like he's walking out, like he's just like, he walked out and he's like, oh, I think I hurt someone, and he's all bloody. Remember? And that's when the cop.
Yeah, but yeah, it's crazy because I thought he was stabbing like the demon too. I did not know. Like me and you both didn't know. Like he stabbed an actual fucking person. We're like, what the fuck, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, then he started just like walking around, and that's when the cop finally found him, huh?
Yeah, and then that's what I was saying.
He's like, I think I hurt somebody. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, and then that's when the cop like pulled him in or whatever, and then that's when the girlfriend reached out to the to Ed and Lauren.
Yeah.
That's when she reached out and she was like, I think something's wrong with him, and they were like, oh, we don't know, blah, blah, blah. And
then they started doing tests, like, okay, let's check if the demon's here. They put a cross in front of him. They did like a bunch of
he was at the police station, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was at the police station because they wanted to see if he's possessed as well. I think also at the same time.
They brought a priest too.
Yeah, because also at the same time, like as that was going on, Ed woke up and he's like, check on him. Like he's possessed. Like he has a demon too or whatever, right?
Oh, and that's when they knew, and then that's when they called, and she was like, okay, yeah, let's go.
And that's when they started doing. Oh, and then he was like, okay, what kind of lawyer do you have? He's this lawyer, and he's like, so pretty much they're trying to do like, I don't know what the exact thing it's called, to think like you're being possessed, like the devil made me do it.
Basically to say that he's innocent because of a demonic possession, which in law it's like, what, like that's fucking crazy. That's not fucking true. Because I guess there was one case where that happened.
There's been multiple
with
cases.
Ed and Lauren. They tried to do that case.
No.
Yes.
No, baby. This case is done before, just not with them. It's done before. But
they did one because that's what they said in the movie.
No, I think that's the first one, babe. But it's like, oh, he's like, how are you gonna get people to think, like, how are you gonna get to people like to, like, what's it called, convince people that the devil, is actually real? It's like, okay, then come over for some tea and let me show you Annabelle. I'm like, oh shit.
The lawyer.
I wish they showed that shit. I wish they showed like
because she didn't believe them, and then
and then after, like, she came, like, cut to the scene, and they came back, and it's like her with her cross out in front of her in her dress. That was fucking funny. Remember or no?
Yeah, I remember.
You're trying to remember what's going on in the movie, huh? Yeah, my phone's like loading so fucking slowly, I can't even do it. But okay, sorry, we're gonna jump around a lot. Okay, babe?
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much they went to go investigate, and they found out that so they went like a flashback, and it's pretty much like what's going on in the waterbed. So then their first move in, the kid was playing on a waterbed, and that was his first interaction of the demon.
She put a curse on him, basically.
Yeah, so they went to check. Lorraine went to go check because Ed's kind of like not the best because his heart. He can't really walk correctly and stuff like that.
He can't even run.
No, because his heart. I don't want to put too much strain on it. So pretty much they found out that they found this little, what's it called, like a curse, like witchcraft craft, right?
It's some witchcraft, something like that. It basically puts a curse on people.
Yeah,
it's like a voodoo doll, basically. It's like one of those things.
So basically they put it under the house, and pretty much it's someone that marked them specifically to get possessed.
So after that,
they went to go find like experts on it and what's going on. So they found this priest guy, and he was a formal priest, but he split away from the church so he can go investigate witchcraft and everything like that. So, as you know, that was very fucking creepy, huh? When he was, but let me show you something. Explain that part.
I don't know what that part.
Remember, he was like, "Let me show you something." He went down to his basement, like you know how Ed and Lorraine have their own little creepy basement, but he has his own creepy basement.
Is this when Lorraine and Ed went?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant when because there was two parts where she went by herself.
Yeah, that's the very end, though.
So, the old guy, whatever, the priest, he told them like, "Oh, come downstairs, let me show you something." So Ed and Lorraine are going down there, but Lorraine was like, "Oh, like I don't want to go down there. Like it feels bad." And he was like, "No, like, come on." And she was like, "No, I don't want to." I thought she was gonna stay up.
Keep talking.
She ended up going up there too. So I was like, okay, like whatever, right? But I thought she was gonna stay upstairs because she didn't want to go in the first place. But she ended up going anyway. So I was like, okay, that's no point. But whatever. So he's showing everything, and Ed's like trying to touch stuff, and she's like, "Don't touch anything." It's exactly like how our little closet is. Like, don't touch anything.
Yeah, like I would never want to touch anything if it's like that. Like, fuck that shit.
Exactly. And then what else happened? So he's like explaining to her like, "Oh yeah, this is something that I know of." He showed her a book, and basically, what do you call it?
Right now I'm trying to get the movie up because we're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. So sorry if we kind of sound like all over the place, but yeah, we're trying to figure out what's going on. Huh?
Yeah.
I guess we can't avoid our way of like breaking down a movie scene, not scene by scene, but like what's going on throughout the movie. But yeah, basically they're trying to investigate like what is this witchcraft, blah blah blah. Like, why would they target this family? Because someone had to physically put it down there. It's not like a demon that is just like a possess. It's just not like a demon hanging around in his own house. This is someone that actually put something.
It was literally underneath the house,
like
underneath.
A person needs to physically go and do that
underneath the guest bathroom or the bedroom, whatever, which is the kids' room.
Yeah,
was going to be. And then so
Yeah, we're skipping through the movie, and so pretty much after that, they went home pretty much, and they found out there's another thing that's going on. They also found somebody else that was stabbed 22 times, or like what was it, right? Something
the
like that?
police officer, a police officer, an investigator was like, called them up because they knew that they were doing this. They were doing this specific thing, and they wanted to know like if it was something, if they knew something about it.
Yeah,
basically.
so basically they went down there and they're like, okay. It's like, so can we see the evidence? And the cop was like, no, I thought you were gonna help us. He's like, it's not that way. It's like, look, we're trying to do this. Like they're kind of explaining like who they are and like what they do, and it's like that's all bullshit. I don't believe in that shit. And she's like, I can see things, and he's like, bullshit. Let me test you. And so pretty much he brought out 3 knives.
Trying to test out which one was the killer knife.
Yeah, it's like, oh, if you know everything about this, if you see things, if you know what, if someone, like a pass. He's like, what was the murder? She was like, that one. He was like, 1 out of 3, whatever, that's easy,
Yeah, so basically, eventually the officer takes them to the killer scene or whatever, and they were driving, and she was like, oh, well, that you skipped it. You skipped the where she was stabbed. And he was like,
no.
Okay, yeah.
They were just walking, they were just driving around and talking about it. But then later on, what?
While they were driving, she said, oh, you skipped the entrance or whatever.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me. Okay, right now,
No.
because I'm going through the movie right now. And I'm like, you skipped it. I'm like, no, babe, I didn't skip it. They're in the car.
In the car, they were talking about it, and then she said, oh, you missed it.
And
he
was
missed
like,
our
what?
exit. And he was like, no. And she was like, yeah, you did. And then he turned the car around, and then
yeah, whatever.
And anyways,
so basically, also during this whole time, of course, the kid, whatever the kid that's possessed, he's already locked up in jail. And so basically, what's going on right now too is like the kid is like talking, like they're visiting, the girlfriend and the brother, and the little brother is talking to the boyfriend, the guy that's possessed. He's like, you could hear him, huh? He's telling you to do things. He's telling you to hurt people. You can't sleep. He's always talking.
It's cold.
It's always cold. I'm like, oh, ew. I don't like that bondage. Like, bond over, like, race cards or something.
And then the girlfriend was like, are you feeling okay? Like, are you okay? And
look at him. He is not okay.
Yeah, literally.
But yeah, then later on, they went to the murder scene and they finally found, like, where they were stabbed. Like, where they were actually, like, how do you say? Stabbed. Yeah. Huh.
Well, and it's kind of where it happened. Lorraine did her little magic and whatever, her powers or whatever. Magic. And she's basically in the body of the...
I know, and that was so fucking creepy.
I don't like it.
Oh, my God.
She put herself in the body of... Her powers makes her put herself into that body that happened.
You know what's crazy? Like, how did she not have, like, PTSD after doing all this stuff? Like, she does this, like, constantly and checking, like, what's going on and what did happen and everything like that. I'm like, dude, that's scary. Like, like, she felt everything, like, physically, like, the anger, the stabbing through the flesh and bones and muscle, and, like, 22, and, like, and she does this, like, multiple times.
And she does it, like,
all the time with everything else. Like, she's in another world with a demon and following him around, with like, Conjuring 2 and the Conjuring, That must be, like, so fucking scary.
Yeah.
Her daughter's gonna be fucked up too, because she has also the powers, as we know from Annabelle's Comes Home.
Mm-hmm.
We always knew because she always did, but
who knew that
Annabelle Comes Home kind of confirms it a lot. But yeah, she started running. It's like, because they're all there trying to find the body.
No. Basically, she puts herself into the body and she's doing what she was doing, and she's trying to replay everything, and Ed and the officer is running after her, but Ed can't keep up because of his heart. So she's running. Then that's when she stabbed the girl, but she's in the body, so she's stabbing her 22 times. And that's when Ed's like, no, like, stop. But she didn't want to stop because she wanted to see. And then she looks up to the sun. She sees that the girl's running, so she runs too. And then that's when they start running again, but Ed can't keep up. He's fucking pouring sweat, like he's fucking dying practically, and the officer's like,
well, he is
"Keep up."
fucking dying his heart.
No, yeah. So then she starts running. She's trying to find her. She's trying to get her, and then what is it? Next thing you know, she is on a cliff. She runs off a cliff, or she was about to, and then she stopped herself. She like woke up all of a sudden. She's back in reality.
Yeah,
And
then,
she's like,
then a hand came out of nowhere and took her down.
And then Ed was like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, I need to see." And she was like, "This is important because that's when the hand comes out, baby."
You go through every scene so much.
It's important.
Okay, go ahead.
Where the fuck is the fucking hand coming from? The fucking air?
I was like, go through a lot of things. Like, okay, running.
Yeah, because I'm trying to make the listeners picture what's going on. There's a reason why we do this. Anyways, like I was saying, she's by the cliff or whatever, and Ed's like, "Oh, come back, whatever," and she's like, "No, I have to see it." And I thought she was gonna jump into the fucking water. I don't know what the fuck she's gonna do that. But then the hand came out, and then she was like, "Oh my god!" And then Ed pulls her up or whatever, and she was like, "She's down there." And then that's when the detective brings other people, whatever, investigators, and then they pull out a body and they're trying to figure out if that's really the body.
And the cop already knew, like, yeah, that's most likely her. And he was like, okay, I'll drop off the evidence, like, tomorrow morning in your hotel and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, after that, should we talk about the kid in prison?
Well, he's the main character.
Oh, I guess. Not really. Like,
I mean, he's the one that has the demon, so like.
I guess, but like, yeah, later on after that, we get cut off, and we get to see him in the prison, and so pretty much he had this moment with the priest, like, not like a little moment. It was like the tiniest thing. So pretty much he just gave him holy water, and like right now he's like on the edge of fucking death.
He hears everything.
Yeah, he hears everything. He's just like trying to shut everything up. So practically what he did is just like surround himself when he was like praying in like the circle, because he surrounded himself with holy water, and during that as well, Lorraine and Ed Warren went to go investigate the body because they wanted to already check like what's going on. Like they just like,
oh my god, I hate this part.
We need to see what's going on because with her power she touches like something or someone,
she can see
what's going on. And so pretty much she saw something fucking for real. And so pretty much she's hearing random stuff, but later on she turns around, she sees all these like demonic possessions, these demonic like witchcraft stuff, and she sees this old fucking lady doing all this, and she's like, I see her.
I am her.
Oh no, I am her, huh?
She was like, I am her, because she's in the body.
Oh yeah, and she sees that she's already about to do something to someone else, and most likely it is what's his name? Arnie. And what she's doing right now is she got a piece of like, what is like a glass or knife or something, and she starts about to cut her wrist, and as she's about to do that, also
it's happening to him.
He broke the glass that the priest gave him, which is kind of stupid. He shouldn't really give him glass, but as she was cutting her wrist, he was cutting his wrist, and at that moment she could like barely stop her, thank gosh. And he got stopped too. The officer there, took him out and everything like that.
Then now he was on full suicide watch.
Yeah, but then he got out of her body, Lorraine, and so pretty much she's looking at her, she's like, oh my god, Ed, it's a lady, it's an old woman or whatever, right? And she's like, look, in the old lady, the girl with the witchcraft, she's looking back, and he's like, Ed,
how are you doing this?
Ed, it's both ways. She could see me too, and that's bad, I don't want to know a fucking crazy witch, Lorraine, start fucking.
I think that's racist.
What? That's just what's going on. Like they fucking do like the whole little chants and shit. I don't want to say a chant or like fucking call it a demon. Mm-hmm. Let me say my gibberish. But yeah. But then she's like practically stuck in there, and then Ed
is telling her to literally get out, like get the fuck out. And she's like, I can't, I don't want to. She didn't want to because she wanted to see more of where she was at.
But she also physically couldn't. But also at that time, Ed was like, oh shit. He heard something. Mm-hmm. And he was walking, pull out the curtains, and Oh no, the body was gone, huh?
The body was gone. Yeah, some random body.
And it was like he stood. Oh yeah, he stood up and started running to him. It was like some big fucking fat dead dude. I'm like, oh shit! And just then like once she got out, he passed out too.
Cause she let go of the arm. He was like,
Yeah.
let go. So she let go, and then they went back to their house.
They went to go check out the case file and everything like that. And I don't really remember, but oh shit. Oh wait, sorry. I'm looking at the.
So basically, Ed passes out at some point.
Oh yeah, because he sees her and pretty much she's trying to do something to Ed, and what Ed does is pretty much the same thing as the kid. Do you want to say? Do you want to do that part? Or I'll do it.
You do it,
Oh, what's the kid's name?
Arnie.
So basically, she does the same thing to him. What she did to Arnie.
She leaves her mark.
She leaves her mark, and oh, she left her mark with the flower pot in his office.
Yeah.
And so what happened to Arnie happened to him, and so he starts seeing things. He starts seeing Lorraine as a demon and starts trying to stab the fuck out of her. And then he, thankfully, just on time, gets like
their assistant or whatever, their assistant helps him, was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And she saw that it was Lorraine, and then he runs up. He's like, oh, she's here, she's here, she did something here. So he runs to their office, and
I already said that part.
well, you missed a part.
That's all right, don't go back, that just makes it more confusing. But yeah, so later on he fucking like comes out of it, and it's pretty much him about to fucking stab his wife. And oh, see, that's one of the parts that like got me, like those parts. I'm like, dude, that's fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine me trying to stab you.
I would stab you back.
Oh, okay. But yeah. So right after that, what happened right after that, babe? Do you remember? Oh, so pretty much
it's just more investigating.
They find out like what's really going on.
They're trying to figure out where she is exactly.
Yeah, and so pretty much they kind of so she's like, okay, I'm gonna go to the priest for more to investigate more with this whole witchcraft stuff. And while Ed investigates with his assistant, and during this, it's just the kid in prison on like suicide watch. Pretty much, a priest is there, his girlfriend's right there. I didn't even know if that's even possible, but it's the 80s. I don't know. And
oh yeah, it is the 80s. It's like 1987.
And pretty much he's he's like arrested in his bed and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's like basically on suicide watch. When you're on suicide watch, they put you in handcuffs. And they do all this stuff, and they're just trying to protect him, basically. And the priest looks fucking scared as shit. Like,
oh yeah, which he really shouldn't. Like, bro, if you're
you
not
should
priest,
get some. Honestly, I feel like that priest doesn't have experience.
But also, who wouldn't be scared?
That's true, but like for I don't know. I feel like they should have gone to a different priest, maybe the one from like the Annabelle, because he had experiences. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, what can I say about this? But yeah, as also during this time, Lorraine went to go to the old priest, it's the ex-priest house, the one that investigates witchcraft. And babe, I think you could break down this whole thing. Go ahead.
Basically, she goes with him and tells him like, "Oh, can you tell me more information?" And he's like, "Well, come down with me." The place that she didn't want to go to. So she goes down, and like it's pitch dark for a second. And I don't know what the fuck is pitch dark. And then he like turns on the light. He's like, "Oh, sorry, I scared you. Whatever." He's like there with a book with like a album.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know why that scared the fuck out of me.
That scared me too,
dude. And also, like, why the fuck? Like, turn on a light. Do you have like nothing, like no lights nearby? Like, come on, turn on a fucking light, my dude.
Literally.
Like, he just has that one light at his desk.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead, baby, go break it down.
So there's a album. He has a whole album, and he's showing his daughter, right? And she was like, "Oh, like I'm sorry for your loss." And he was like, "Yeah, she ran away." And blah, 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 blah. She was into this witchcraft. That's why I started to collect this stuff for her so she could come back. And turns out...
Wait, no. Wait, what?
He's showing her a picture of his daughter, right?
No.
And she was saying that, oh, the reason why I started collecting this stuff is so that I can reach out to her.
Oh,
was
it that?
Yeah, what's that?
Oh, I thought, as you said in the beginning, like, to take, like, this off the street.
Yeah, that same thing. He's trying to take it off the street. But he's also trying to, because she got into that stuff.
Huh.
So he was doing that so he can, maybe she can come back eventually and like see, oh yeah, she's doing the same thing. Maybe I should just stay here. Because the only thing he wanted was his daughter back.
Yeah.
Because basically this whole witchcraft took her away from him, basically. And then she realized it's his daughter, and he was like, well, like he was actually protecting Lorraine because he knows that she was there. She knew that she was there, and he knew that she was there.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, go come in here. And it turns out where he put Lorraine is basically the entrance to her whole thing.
Yeah.
Basically, because she realized that it was by a river. I thought she was going to go back to the river where they killed the girl. That's what I thought.
Oh, really?
That's what I thought. I thought it was back to the river, but I guess it was the river at his house, which I didn't know.
Yeah, go ahead.
But so she put her back into like the little place where her daughter was, and her daughter comes in. She was like, what's going on? Like, where is she? And he was like, oh, I don't know. And
then the most messed up thing I think for this movie is he basically is just looking at her, and he was like, I just wanted to be a good father. I just wanted you back. And as like midway of like talking, all of a fucking suddenly she fucking Naruto the fuck out of that shit, went behind him and slit his fucking throat without mercy. That was so fucked. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
that was fucked.
She slit his throat. And then I don't know where it goes back from here.
Pretty much, she starts like, okay, now where is Lorraine? Come out, wherever you are. And pretty much during this time, she found out like the stuff. She sees everything, but pretty much, but she's like not 100% in. She's like not blacking out, but pretty much she's like very.
It's just
weak.
too much power.
Yeah, it's just too much shit going on, and she feels very weak.
She's trying to knock over the table of all the stuff so she doesn't do that to Arnie again, but it's literally fucking
so fucking heavy.
Stone.
It's like stone and rock, but also this time, like she's like not feeling good. She can also see her because she has the power, and she's like, fuck, she's right behind me, and actually she's like what's it called, the old lady? I don't know. I don't even know.
Just an old lady.
Old witchcraft lady. And but before we done that, we cut to like a scene of like Ed finally coming. It's finally Ed to the rescue. And his dumbass forgot the pill bottle when he left the house, though. But yeah, during that, she's just running away from her, and they're going to like a violent attack on what's going on. The old lady cuts up to her. She has like a knife to her fucking face. Thankfully, she gets off of that. But the thing that really tripped me out when she seen like a double of herself. That was like,
oh yeah.
I was like, I don't like that. I was so confused. I was like, is something going on with the movie or?
Yeah, it was like a double of herself, and it was like she's running after herself, and I was like, ew.
And yeah, and also like as we said, I don't want you to forget not the main character, but the little side main character. The kid that being possessed.
Arnie.
All this, the power like Ed and Lorraine said in the movie, but we didn't mention it, is that Satan power, the demon's powers, whatever, devil is more powerful at night, and like everything is going on, like he's like fucking cracking his neck, he's like fucking, he's going crazy all over the bed.
Like
the
how the
kid
like, was.
The priest is like fucking, saying all the fucking prayers and shit, and I was like, oh fuck, and you just hear everything just like cracking and stuff. You can't.
No, I can't.
She tried to crack her neck right now.
But yeah, so there's this whole fight between Lorraine and the witch lady, and then Ed's like trying to like control her and trying to tell her, like, leave her alone. And then that's when. And that's when
also like Ed finally came down there, found the way, and finally broke the fucking table in half.
No, remember she put him under a spell.
Oh yeah, huh?
The witch lady basically, when she left her mark, she went in and put a spell.
Yeah,
went to her table and then did her little fucking magic and put the spell on Ed, which made Ed go after Lorraine.
Yeah, and I love the ending. Ending was so sick, and I loved it. That was like kind of like what's it called? The Shining, when he's like with the axe and he's like
going after his family.
Boom, boom, and he's missing a lot, but I think that's just like him fighting.
Like a hammer.
He had an axe or something.
It was an hammer.
It was a hammer. So, but he finally broke it off. He
got out of the spell, and she's like, "Look at me, remember me."
Yeah.
And then Lorraine went in front of the table. I didn't even see her go in front of the table. It was pitch dark.
Yeah.
And then he hit with whatever he had, the
Yeah.
hammer. He broke the table, which meant it broke the spell completely.
So yeah, then after that, she disappeared, right? She just disappeared or died.
I think she
No,
disintegrated.
no, because like they said this, because the whole thing is 3 souls to give the demon.
Oh, so yeah.
And as it's a witchcraft, there's, the rules aren't hot and nice. So pretty much, if you don't give the 3 souls as you promise, you're the soul that must be taken. So pretty much, as they broke off everything, the demon came out and it's like, okay, I need a soul and it's yours, bitch. You promised something and you didn't deliver, so you give me yours. And she just dies. And they finally escape. Everything's good. His heart's hurting. But this one, it's so cute. It's so cute. She had the heart pill in her necklace.
In her amulet or whatever.
In her necklace, yeah.
And when that part happened, Anthony looked at me and was like, oh.
Yeah, and then, after that, the cops came and everything, and then finally the big trial happened next day, I think, or whatever the time goes through here. So pretty much at the end, they pretty much put him guilty as manslaughter and served only 5 years in prison. And the couple, what's the kid's name?
Arnie
and his girlfriend are married and still are together at this time. And
crazy.
Which is crazy. Okay.
I love true stories.
Which is pretty cool. And
this whole thing was a very
I say trippy, not scary movie. It's more like a thriller, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I'd see that.
Because I really like the story that's going on. But yeah, that's the ending. We loved it. It was really good.
It's
crazy. It's a good addition to the Conjuring universe. And I looked up, is there going to be a Conjuring 4? I do not know. We checked, and they're in the talks of it. It's always it comes to like how much money they make.
Oh, yeah. I think they're gonna make a pretty good money. I've seen a lot of people become fans all of a sudden.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're about to make a 4th one. But it's just a big maybe. But I really liked it. It was a really good story. I like the heart. I like that little thriller of it. If you're coming into this, I want to be scared. You're not gonna really be scared. It's not the scariest thing.
It's just more of an investigation, which makes you want to be like, what is it? What is it? What's now? What's
which was really cool. I really like the whole detective part of what's going on, because we don't really get to that. They detect little demons, but that's like the very easiest part in the Conjuring movies. But this is like more detective and more like what's going on. But yeah, I really liked it. I liked the story. I liked the premise. It was really good.
Definitely recommend it.
Yeah.
But first, watch the other movies.
Yeah,
before watching this movie, because it'll make more sense to you.
Yeah, before we watched this movie, we went on a Conjuring fucking thing. Oh my god, I got holy shit. I got 10%. Oh, I got 10%. I'm good. Okay, so yeah, before we watched this, we went on a fucking Conjuring universe binge watch. We watched every single thing. The Nun, The Curse de la Llorona, Conjuring 1, Conjuring 2, Annabelle,
like 7 movies.
Annabelle Comes Home, and Annabelle's Creation. And now we watched The Conjuring 3. And yeah, it was pretty good. It's great. I liked everything about it. And
same.
Yeah, but as I say, I don't think if you want to come in here to being scared shitless, unless you're a pussy, to to be scared, because it's not really scary. It's like if you want to see a nice investigation, paranormal activity, paranormal movie, like an investigation of that, like like a CSI kind of thing. It's really good. It's great. But I liked it. It's a good little cool change. And,
it reminded me a little bit of Lucifer.
A little bit, yeah.
Because you know how Lucifer.
Yeah, he is. But any last words, babe?
No, I think it was great. I would definitely recommend it. Maybe watch it at home instead of theaters if your theaters are exactly like ours. But definitely don't eat popcorn with it. You're gonna be fucking chugging out popcorn. I know for a fact I was thinking, should we have popcorn?
Just
I was
be polite with your snacks.
I want to fucking choke on it.
Just be polite.
But no, everything was great. We definitely recommend it. Please watch the other movies before watching this movie, just in case, because you will be confused. There wasn't that much stuff from other movies, but
yeah,
it just makes.
If you don't feel like watching the whole Conjuring universe, I guess you could just do this. Watch at least Conjuring 1, 2, and Annabelle. At least watch those.
Yeah.
That will make kind of sense, but if you want to do the whole thing, which is still pretty cool, you can watch everything.
Yeah, but yeah, overall my experience was great, amazing. with 10 out of 10, pretty crazy. And yeah, so
Yeah. Okay. So that's our review. So hope you guys like it. This is the movie Simp Club. Pretty much, follow us, give us a like, a follow. Go on YouTube. This is also on YouTube. This is we have a TikTok, Instagram. Our handle is always Movie Simp Club. But yeah, we hope you like it, and
bye.
peace out.